Oh, hi, hello. Welcome to Soaking Up Life with me, Emily Atack. In this episode, we'll be talking about work. We'll be chatting about imposter syndrome, climbing the ladder to success, and achieving gloriousness in your professional life. So who better to guide us through this minefield than my friend, award-winning broadcaster, Radio 1's Future Sounds host, and all-round legend, Clara Amfo. Clara Amfo.
Emily Atack.
Welcome to my bathroom.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's the bathroom of dreams. People are surprised at how tidy it is.
I mean, do you know what?
You can tell a boy doesn't live here.
You really, really can tell that. And it's definitely tidier than my bathroom, so
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Thank you.
You can laugh in here, you can have a little breakdown in the shower. You know, do you know, I've realised as well, I've just realised this, you are in my top 3 people that I would like to bump into on a night out in a bathroom.
Wow.
We've done that a few times, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Does it feel a bit strange that I'm interviewing you, you're normally doing
It is a bit
interviewing?
surreal, but do you know what? I'm jamming, I'm chilling.
Let's just go for it.
You take it away.
Can I go straight in?
Go forth.
I've always wanted to ask you these questions.
Ask me anything you want.
So we obviously work in similar fields-ish, the entertainment world. But
Yes.
I've always wondered how to get into radio. How does that process work?
Gosh, a lot of persistence for sure. I think for me, I think we're all listeners, aren't we? We all like absorb stuff constantly. And I just remember listening to radio thinking like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to like introduce songs and chat to people and just
It's
like have a laugh.
communication, isn't it?
It is. And the thing is, I think the beautiful thing about radio, TV, all of it, like you never know who's listening and you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And I was very much that kid who would like write, you know, an email and be like, hi, can I like come and like shadow you for the weekend, please? Or can I just come in and like make tea or whatever?
That's a great work ethic for an 8-year-old.
I think I got it off my parents, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like my parents, I'm second gen Ghanaian. My parents are immigrants. Like came here, and I think we always just had that thing in us of like you've got to like work, like you know, if you're gonna do something. Because like my mum and dad like are not in the creative industry, like. At all.
Your mum's texts cracked me up on Instagram. They are so funny.
Grace Amfo is the star of our family and I accept it. No one really cares about me. I suspect you probably wanted her here instead of me, but it's fine.
Is she quite a mentor for you, your mum?
Do you know what? She actually is,
Yeah.
you know, like she's the definition of somebody that has just really worked like really, really hard. I think I just kind of took that from her and like put it into what I do. We always had music on in the house. Always had the radio on, long car drives when we were going like visit relatives on the weekend and stuff. And yeah, I think it just really inspired me. Like I remember when we got like satellite telly and I remember thinking like this is the best thing ever.
Oh my God, I remember.
Because it was just like, hang on, a whole channel.
It went past Channel 5.
But that's it. Dedicated to music and dedicated to like, you know, just like having like just the digital age is like such a thing. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking like, I want to be like part of this. And my first break was at Kiss FM actually.
Kiss FM?
Yeah, that was my first break.
How old were you then?
Oh gosh, I think I was like maybe 22 or 23 and I was basically a dog's body, essentially. But I say that with pride. Like working at Kiss really gave me such a great sort of, I guess, approach to working in our industry because I learned what everybody did, whether it was like the sales team, the marketing team, the music team, like our MD. Like I'd be, when his assistant would go on holidays, I'd cover her. But then, you know, I'd be in like a nightclub, like peeling stickers off like mirrors and like standing outside shops with people ignoring me, trying to be like, can you just say this? Like I did it all.
Yeah.
But, and the hours were mad and I was like getting paid not a lot of money like at all, but I wouldn't take it back because it really kind of set me up for like, you know, joining like Radio 1 eventually.
Yeah. Was there a particular person that you kind of shadowed a bit and sort of that gave you really good advice or maybe some bad advice? Do
you know, the person who I always credit is a lovely friend of mine called Simon. He was my first like radio boss.
Big up Simon.
Big up Simon. He's the best, but he really like believed in me and he's the person that was like, no, you know what? I think you've got something. I'm going to like really nurture you. And he'd always be entertained by like my, you know, my backseat radio presenting. I'd be like, I think you should be playing this instead.
Love that. You've interviewed so many people over the years. Like, who's your favourite person that you interviewed, do you think?
It's, you know what, it changes on the regular, but off the top of my head, I will say Ariana Grande is an absolute sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart. She's so kind and so sweet. And see with me, I always judge well-known people that I interview and how they treat everybody else who hasn't got a microphone in their hand. Because I'm always like, it's all well and good, you being nice to me.
Yeah.
But if I see you talking, it's like your runner
And
or your
make quotes
assistant or
the
your fan or whoever,
janitor,
like an idiot or like a dickhead, I said it.
Yeah.
That's when I think, okay, and she was so lovely to everybody. And actually, we'd invite some of her fans to come and watch the recording. And she was like singing with them in between songs and like hanging out and just being so warm and so open. And I just thought I just really respected that. I really liked her energy. And no, she was fab. She's lovely.
Right, come on, spill. Who was the dickhead? Who's a dickhead? Ah, come on.
No.
All right, not dickhead, but just... is there anyone you've been disappointed with and gone, oh, never meet your heroes?
No, because thing is, like,
Emily Atack, next.
No. Emily Atack is fucking fantastic. No, I always like to tell the truth. There was one particular American singer, and I remember, like, we're about to do, like, a live broadcast, and he literally asked me to make him a cup of tea. His, like, people, and I was a bit like, I'm about to talk to you, can't really...
He asked you to make
do that. And listen, I'll make anyone a cup of tea.
No, of course.
In the comfort of a lovely bathroom or whatever.
I've made you a cup of tea.
But I appreciate it. But it was very, there was a sort of power played, dismissive tone. I was a bit like, I don't like that.
Who was it?
I don't like that. I couldn't possibly.
American singer. I'll get it out of you when the camera's not rolling.
Yeah.
Are there any moments from your career, like any awkward moments, any blunders? Have you interviewed someone and got the name wrong?
Once I did call an artist a one-hit wonder by accident to his face, but I meant to say one take wonder because he was singing live.
And that's a compliment.
Exactly. He had perfect pitch, and I I was really impressed. Like, you know, great range, and I was like, wow, yeah, I bet you're
was
a proper...
it Chris Martin from Coldplay?
No, it wasn't. It was. Do you remember that song? Once I was 7 years old.
Yes.
Lucas Graham.
Yeah. So you accidentally called him a one-hit wonder instead of a one-take wonder.
That was a bit cringy.
Was he annoyed?
He took it in good humour, so that was sweet. One time at the Brits, I think 2 or 3 years ago, my mic was still on. Because the mic's always, it's fine. I wasn't saying anything nasty about anybody, and nothing was shady. But they had left. I was still on the TV. Somebody had forgotten to switch over to go to performance, and I was like practicing like my next link, and I was like pacing up and down, really serious, like, okay, and next up, da 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 da. I think it was before Robbie Williams was supposed to perform. Yeah, it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like pacing up and down and practicing and like being all nerdy and like, okay, Clara, da 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 da, and it went out on the telly.
Doing your bathroom affirmations.
Yeah, basically, I was basically doing that, and then like it went out, and a few people were like, and I was like,
oh no.
And there's been times on radio people have texted in with comedy names that sound a bit rude,
like huge ass and things like.
I've been caught out with that a couple of times.
Does he call in a lot? Yeah.
Yeah, he calls in a lot, but besides that, yeah, I mean, she says it'll probably happen again later. But, yeah.
Oh God. Was there a moment in your career where you went, oh, actually no, I think I'm riding a big wave here, and this is going really well?
That is such a great question. I think when it comes to like making it, I know I'm doing well, but I never think, oh yeah, that's it, Clara. You can relax now. Like, and I believe in enjoying moments 100%, but I never want to get too complacent or too comfortable. But I do remember the last Glastonbury, I remember thinking like, well, you know what? This is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I felt it's such a high adrenaline situation, but I felt really good because I remember we were introducing Kendrick Lamar, and this is like a big live TV link. You know, you've got somebody counting down in your ear, and you know, with like big TV moments like that, you're just acutely aware that everyone's watching, and like we did it to perfect timing, and everybody like behind the scenes was like, yeah,
I've got goosebumps thinking about it.
and it was such a affirming moment. I was like, yeah, no, I'm supposed to be doing this. This is, and that made me feel really good.
It's just that those moments are so important to hang on to, aren't they? You know, I feel like a lot of people say all the time, what's your 5-year plan? You know, what you're going to do? Sometimes you've got to take those moments and go, oh my God, this is bloody great. Yeah. You know. And just, and soak it in, because again, like life is unpredictable. Like this industry, outside of it, whatever, you never know what's going to happen. So I just think like, yeah, you really got to be present. Yeah, you do. Oh my God,
you got to be present. But it's true.
Yeah,
but you
so
do.
true, honey. Oh my God. Love that. Are you one of those people that you sort of like taking on loads at once, or do you sort of take on one project and go, right, I'll focus on that for a bit, and then, or do you just love doing it all?
I do love doing it all, and I'm trying to, sometimes, she says, famous last words.
Yeah.
Do less.
Right.
I'm very, very like particular about what I say yes to.
Yeah.
Because I think there's no point doing something if you don't believe in it, because people can always tell.
Yeah.
But I like doing lots of things.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we're all layered people, and I'm not into only just one thing. I'm not, you know, I love music, I love films, I love theatre,
Yeah,
I
you
love
don't
a
want
bit
to
of
get FOMO.
sport.
You don't want to like see
that's
something
it.
happening, and yeah.
Well, that's it, and I just think, you know, like we're all tarts, for want of a better phrase.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to
the biggest
to
one
the
of
things
all.
that we enjoy, we're all like cultural tarts. I think we all like doing like different things. We're all into different things. That's what makes us interesting, and I like that to reflect in the work that I do, but I also understand you can't do everything all the time, and that's really okay. Because, like, coming back to what you're saying about self-care, like, I've definitely exhausted myself.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm
learning from that a little bit now. Kind of going, say no to the thing, just take on the joyous ones.
Yeah.
And the ones that you just think, do you know what, I just need to... Because what we do is very exposing as well. And I do feel sometimes there has to be an element of, right, I'm going to say night-night now and shut my curtains and go bye-bye. Just for a little while. I think it's important to do that and gather yourself.
I like to take on more than one project at a time, just because my brain is all over the shop.
Yeah.
And I like to be constantly like stimulated.
Are you happiest when you're working?
I think so.
I think so.
But I'm also happy, like really, I'm happy doing nothing as well.
Yeah, I'm the same. And sometimes, but then I do that thing of going, if I've got like a few days off, which I begged for, and then I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs going, I want to go to a Brits party now.
I mean,
do something
the Brits will always be there for you, babes. You know this.
God, the Brits parties, how good is it?
Oh, but look, we're here. We survived them.
No, I love that we call the parties work as well.
I mean, no, they're not work.
Kind of is for you.
They're not work. Well, yeah, sort of.
But I do like to have that feeling of thinking that I'm doing it all. But yeah, it's finding that balance, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And like rest is one of the best things you can do for yourself. It doesn't matter like what you do. Like trying to prioritizing sleep. That's been a hard lesson, because I'm a night owl as well.
Yeah.
I can stay up till like 2-3 a.m. My mind just like whizzing, like just doing stuff, or like even just watching TV, like whatever.
Yes,
But then I can happily like wake up like 4 hours later. I need to stop doing that.
Oh my God, do you do that?
I do that, and it's not great all the time. So that's been another thing of mine, as well as like prioritizing work that I really want to do. Just forcing myself to go to bed early sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
Do you know, I really struggle with that.
Yeah.
I get in lots of trouble for that. I'm always like, no, I don't like getting up. I don't like getting up early. I'm like a teenage boy. I need my sleep.
Do you need to literally be like dragged out?
No,
by
I
your
do.
hair?
I do. Like my mum's still like banging on my door going, get up! I mean, I don't live with my mum. That's weird. But yeah, there's always someone telling me off to get up.
But again, we love those someones.
Yeah.
We need them.
I always find in this industry we have to reinvent ourselves, and you know, especially now I'm in my 30s. I know I look like 16, but yeah, in my 30s.
Fresh as the days ago.
Thank you, love. But I'm always trying to, you know, it's keeping up with that wheel of going, of, you know, reinventing, keep it fresh. How do you do that?
For me, it's all about go where the joy is.
Right.
Always.
You are just.
I feel like I'm speaking all these platitudes, but it's true. It's how I feel. Like truly, it goes back to what I say about authenticity. Never do something that you just have no interest or no joy in. It
doesn't bring you joy.
Truly, don't get me wrong. I
true.
think it's great to challenge yourself and to try new things, 100%. But you've got to go where the joy is. So I think that lights up in you, and it lights up in like the people that watch you or the people that listen to you. When it's seen that like you're truly into something, I just think that's what keeps you like inspired and keeps you fresh. You know, I'm really lucky that I get to like do lots of different things like radio, like TV, like film premieres and stuff. And I always I'm looking at your hands there because you've got your fabulous Soaking Up Life with Emily Atack cue cards.
Thank you.
Like I keep all my cue cards from every single job.
Do you?
No, I do. I've got a scrapbook. I keep them all because, again, anytime I feel like, Clara, like, I truly look at stuff and I'm like, yeah, like you're doing all right.
That's a great
Keeps you
idea.
focused. But it's good to have reminders of what you've done. So I think we get so easily caught up in the hamster wheel.
Hamster wheel of life.
Of constantly working and and life. Sometimes you really forget to really take stuff in.
I do the spinny thing, you know, when the hamster gets stuck at the top and then it comes down.
Yeah. And it's on its belly just
and you think you've killed it and then, it's a disaster.
She's alive! Yeah.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
I would say never stop being you, like hold on to it, even though people will make you like question like who you are, like hold on to it. So I remember like when I was in high school, like, you know, I had my friends and like, you know, I got on with people and whatever, but I wasn't like the sort of like default, like in thing, like, but I think there was a lot of pressure to kind of look a certain way and be a certain way. And I'm happy that I held on to that. But yeah, I definitely like felt pressures like, oh, maybe I should.
So you would say to your younger self, just keep being
just
you.
stay you.
That's strong.
And protect you. Fiercely protect it. 100%.
That's nice.
100%.
And what would you say a career highlight for you is?
Ooh.
Apart from this?
Obviously, apart from being in your company, which is a highlight every time. Do you know what? I had a doll made in my image. I had a doll. Yeah.
Oh, you know you've made it when you've had a doll made.
And I still stare at it and I laugh at it every day. I'm just like, hi, little Clara. It sits on a little shelf at home and I love it. And I dress her up sometimes. Oh my God. And she's got like cute little trainers and a cute little outfit.
You've made it.
And I just, that made me feel really good. And Glastonbury, I love doing Glastonbury.
Oh, do you know, I've never been to Glastonbury. I'm going to hopefully go this year. Yeah, I'll see you there.
I'll be seeing you in the
I'll see you in the bathrooms there, but not as nice as this.
Yeah, oh yeah. Listen, the Glastonbury Portaloos compared to here, no shade.
So I am going to ask all my guests this. What is your bathroom mantra?
Do you know what? I wouldn't say I've got a strict affirmation list, but I try and like have a good sort of like couple of minutes in the mirror and be like, you know what? You're all right, bitch.
Do you?
You're all right.
That's so good. I love that.
And to really accept everything I see and just enjoy it. Because I just think like, I don't know, man, like life is short and I don't want to waste it like hating myself or just being unkind to myself, and that is honestly like the truth. I just think there's just, I don't know, life is hard as it is.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm finding in my older age now, I talk to myself more. Yeah. Maybe is that me doing affirmations? I don't know. Like in the bathroom, I do that. I talk to myself in the shower.
Yeah, but I think that's good. Yeah. I encourage it. I just think, listen, the most important relationship you're ever gonna have in this life is the one you have with yourself. Yeah. And that affects all the relationships you have with everybody else. Do you know what I mean?
It's the biggest cliche of the world that I'm learning is the truest.
It is though.
You've got to have that good relationship with yourself. I'm still learning about self-care. I'm still learning all those things. I think that is the biggest lesson of my life at the moment, learning about self-care.
But also, you live a very busy life, I think, and we all live busy lives, you know what I mean? And like trying to find time to really, you know, pay attention to like, okay, what do I need to make myself feel good for like the week coming up or like the day I'm about to have? Like, it's hard to like schedule it in, especially when you're always on the go.
It's so true, you have to schedule it in. Now, Clara, I would like to gift you from the Bathroom of Dreams. Have you had a nice time?
I've had a lovely time. You've been an excellent host.
Have I?
Of course.
Clara Amfo said I was a good host.
Listen, you can put that in your next like press release, whatever.
I'm actually
certified.
I'm making a scrapbook, and this is going to be my first
Fab.
thingy. Yeah.
I love that for you, truly.
I love it. So I've got your gift. This is simply the Boost range because you are quite simply the best. Give it a little smell.
I am so here.
Bit of body og.
Oh my God, that smells lovely.
That's nice, isn't it?
I hate...
Fit girl smell.
Exactly, because I'll tell you what, if there's one thing about me is that I hate being unmoisturised. I've always got moisturiser on me at all times. Soap and Glory, obviously. Ovs.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
You're an absolute legend. I love you to bits.
Yeah, I love you even more.
Thank you so much to all of the lovely viewers who tuned in to today's episode. I'm Emily Atack and I've been joined by the brilliant Clara Amfo. Next time you look in the bathroom mirror, just remember that you are glorious and worthy of everything you've achieved. See you next time. Goodbye.